Okay, today I am going to show you how to use the program Obsidian, which is a really interesting note-taking app that I've been using for a while to world build, but you can pretty much use it for anything, like personal stuff, work, etc. So the first thing you want to do is create a new vault and then name it. We'll name this one test vault. And you pick a location. I'm just gonna choose desktop for now, but you should probably put it in a better place, just somewhere where you know it'll stay safe. Alright, this is what you get when you create a new vault. It shows you how to create a link, or the importer, which is the importer lets you import stuff from things like Apple Notes, Bear, Evernote, Google Keep, OneNote, Notion, from HTML files, or just notes in general. Okay, so this is just showing how a link works. I will delete this and I'll show you actually. So you come up here and this is the create new note button. So here's Bob. He is tall. Then he is related to Billy. Now what you can do is you can go over here, type Billy. He is small. He is related to Bob. Now we can go back to Bob and we can highlight Billy, click add link, Billy. So now when you click Billy, it'll go to Billy. And then if you want to do it the other way, you can go to Bob, add link, Bob. And now you can just switch between them. And this on the other side shows how they're connected to each other. What you can also do is you can do folders. I can put family. I can put Bob and Billy into a family. And that just keeps it more organized. There's a bunch of stuff you can do within the notes. Like if I wanted to make this bigger, everything you can do is just right clicking and it's right here, but there's also hotkeys or like markdown stuff you can do. Like if you do if you do that, it increases the text size to like headers. But you can also go to format or paragraph, and this is where you do the headers. You can also format into like italics or bold or highlight it. You can do a bunch of stuff. Then what you can do is you can also insert things like tables or footnotes or callouts. Tables are really useful. Billy, tall, small, and then you can add stuff like that, or down here as well. You can also add callouts, which are stuff like, you have to look it up, but there's a bunch of different ones. Like there's overview that does this, and if you remove the title, it just goes overview. You can name it anything, but certain things, like I know for a fact, if you go here and you go info and you remove the title, it changes to an I. So you can do a whole bunch of different things to make your notes look nicer. One thing you can do is, I haven't messed with this much, is creating canvases, and you can create boxes and then sort of connect them together in different ways like this, and you can just create like maps. You can also add notes, like here's Bob, a whole note of Bob, and it's right here. You can also input pictures. This is just a picture of this canvas, but you can add pictures in here as well. Once you add them, you can just drop and drag into right here and you get a picture. Let me do this. Drop and drag. Picture's now here. I can drag it here. It's right here. Another thing you can do is insert templates. But what you have to do is you have to type in template, go here, and then what you can do is you can fill out like empty stuff like this, and then you can go to templates. Oh, my bad. You have to go here. You have to go to templates, and then you click template folder. You click here. Like, let's say I want a template here with Bob. You click template, name, it puts the template. And that's really useful if you're doing a lot of the same things, like maybe for teaching, and you have a bunch of students that all have the same information. You could do that. Another thing is the command palette, which shows you all the things you can do in base Obsidian, like copy a URL, copy file path, sync, a bunch of different stuff. One of the biggest things in Obsidian are the community plugins, and there's 2,527, and they're very useful. Like, there's one useful one is Note Linker, and it just automatically finds and creates new links between notes in your whole vault, so you don't have to go, if you have a bunch of information, manually add every link to every other page that you have, which is very useful. There's also stuff like style settings, which is very important if you want to have a different appearance, and you can do that in appearance and themes, and you click manage, and there are 349 themes that you can choose from. The one I use is PLN, just because it's easy to see the different folders, because they're all in different colors. If I do this, you can see it just repeats the rainbow. And then if you go in the style settings, it gives you a bunch of different options to mess with it. Another good plugin is stuff like better word count, shows your word count, emojis if you like emojis. I'm going to switch to my main vault to show you what it looks like when there's a lot of information. So this is my main vault. You can see here that there's a lot of different nodes, and if you mouse over them, it tells you which ones are connected. Let's go to this one, and you can see I have stuff written here, and there's multiple links to different pages. So if I go here, it goes here, and you can see all the callouts, the different callouts that I have. One for a conflict. You can do stuff like this, collapse different things if you have headers. One other thing you can do is add tags. Like, for example, I have 3 tags here, and you can click a tag and it shows you all the things that have that tag. So all of these are places. So if I go here, there's also a place. You go to country, there's 7 countries. If you go to power, there's 4 powers. And you can just add them by typing the hashtag and just typing anything. So there's the anything tag. And then you can go to the graph view and go to the options, and then you can have tags show up as well if you want. So you can see all of these are places. Here are some of the community plugins I have. Stuff like regex find replace is very useful for replacing specific words in all your pages. That's very useful. There was one, mouse wheel image zoom is amazing, because you can go to, like, let's say this, and you can do this just by using this all in the scroll wheel. You can resize images. Here you can see that I have everything organized very neatly and consistently. Like, these are countries, and they each have the same folders, subfolders inside of their folder. Like this, they both have government, and in government they both have politics, and then they both have a landing page, or whatever you call it. So this is just the basics of Obsidian, but the more you learn about it, the more you can use it in the way that you want, and I hope you have fun with it, because I do. And I'll see you later.